Hello everyone in the Red House. Hello Svetlina. Hello, and thanks for inviting me to talk to you tonight from Vienna. This is Anna Mendelson, Felix's daughter, speaking to you. So Svetlina asked me to say a couple of words about Felix and dreams, probably. And I think the first thing that comes to my mind is that Felix, as long as I can remember, was extremely interested in dreams. So even as a little girl, he was always interested when I had a dream to tell. And he would always listen very, very closely to every dream. And I think he was not so interested in the interpretations. He didn't tell me what my dream was about. He wasn't interested in meanings of dreams so much, in the conversation with him at least. But he gave, just his interest in the dream gave a lot of meaning to the dream for me. So I've always been a very strong dreamer, and I'm still a very strong dreamer today. My husband calls me a power dreamer. I have phases where I dream lots and lots of dreams. And I think my remembering of the dreams has a lot to do with the fact that Felix was always so interested in my dreams. And that there was such an interest in dreams generally in my family. Felix always wrote down his dreams, and he invited me to write down my dreams. I remember when I was maybe 14, 15, he took me to a dream conference. And it was a bit complicated for me. It was all about neuropsychiatry, but there was also one lecture about lucid dreaming, which I know was something that Felix was very, very interested in. And he also gave me a quite complicated book about lucid dreaming. And I remember that that was something that fascinated Felix a lot, and that was also very interesting to me. So I was training lucid dreaming for a while when I was 15, 16. So that's something that I think was really a present from Felix to me, this interest in dreaming. And another thing I think another thing that was always very important to Felix was poems, and I think the world of poetry and dreams talks to each other as well. It's two worlds that are sort of that have a conversation with each other, and so I thought maybe it would be a good idea to look through his poetry and see if I could find a dream. Find a poem that talks about dreams, and I actually did find one, and I'm going to try and read it to you, hopefully without making mistakes. It's called Interim. The mist rising from the field of the dream, memories glow into faint flight and disappear. Waking, I want to catch the warmth of your voice like a bath to hold a film's brief exposure. But then it's printed dead, and held memories are easily ignored, although sudden recollections can set a landscape on fire. We can explain, later, why the dead visit us, and yet we don't understand their state of mind, so they want to converse with the living and be reminded of our common past. But what do they tell us of our future? Do these ghosts have other urges than revenge and regret? Perhaps they are nudging us towards a more delicate or more ruthless existence. Surfacing from a short sleep, like taking off your shoes and putting on your bare feet for walking into the tingling chill of damp morning grassland. Thinking about a dream, like plucking out your eyes and putting on an uncomfortable pair of spectacles to focus disquiet or disillusion, or to read a text smudged with dew, a message for someone else. So I also really want to thank everyone who is involved in this book, especially Svetlina for having the idea and writing the afterword to the book. I hope I can read it in English at some point. And I want to thank Teodora Karamelska for translating the book and for her work that she put into it. And the editor, of course, Antoinette Koliva. And I hope all of you have a great discussion. I think involved in the discussion is David Liraham, Teodora Kamelska, Antoinette Koliva, Valentin Kalinov, Carl Golling, and Isabella Deuerlein. I hope you have a great discussion or had one already. And what else? Maybe another thing that I thought of was to share a dream with you that I had that was always extremely important to me. It's a dream that I had when I was a very little girl, maybe 5 or 6 years old, and it followed me for many, many years, this dream, and just now with this invitation I thought of it again. And in this dream I was on a fun fair, like the Prater in Vienna. It's a fun fair, And suddenly a huge big clown, a very scary clown, appeared in front of me and just scared me completely. And I remember in this dream sitting on Felix's shoulders as a little girl and him carrying me away from this scary clown. So he was sort of carrying me into safety. And I hope he carries you into an interesting discussion and an interesting evening. Thanks a lot.